Hi, welcome to Being Loved BL Stories. Kim J wakes up inside his favorite BL novel as Ryan Park, the school bully's boyfriend who's about to get dumped. Can he rewrite his fate before the story tears them apart? The sunlight burned through my eyelids. My head pounded like someone had used it as a drum. I groaned and rolled over, immediately freezing when my hand touched warm skin. My eyes shot open. Next to me lay a guy with jet black hair, sharp features, and a sleeping face that looked almost peaceful. Almost. Because even asleep, Tyler Chen, the school's most feared bully, had an intimidating aura. Wait, Tyler Chen? My heart stopped. I sat up so fast the room spun. This wasn't my apartment. This wasn't my body. I looked down at hands that were smaller, paler than mine should be. I stumbled to the mirror across the room. Staring back at me was Ryan Park. Soft brown hair, delicate features, wide doe eyes currently filled with panic. I was inside the novel, Love in the Danger Zone, the BL story I'd been reading last night before I fell asleep. And I was Ryan Park, Tyler's current boyfriend, the character who gets brutally dumped in Chapter 3, right after their first night together, because Tyler only dated him on a dare. No, 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 I whispered. In the novel, Ryan becomes so heartbroken, he transfers schools and disappears from the story. Tyler then meets the actual protagonist, Minjun, and they fall in love. But that meant today, right now, Tyler was supposed to wake up and break up with me. The bed rustled behind me. I spun around. Tyler's eyes opened slowly, dark and unreadable. He looked at me for a long moment, and I braced myself. "Morning," he said, his voice rough from sleep. "Morning," I squeaked back. He sat up, running a hand through his messy hair. This was it, the dumping scene. My hands shook. "You okay? You look pale," Tyler said, frowning. I blinked. That wasn't in the novel. In the original, Tyler immediately said, "Last night was fun, but this was just a game. We're done." "I'm fine," I managed. "Just tired." Tyler studied me, then shrugged. "Get dressed. I'll make coffee." He walked out, leaving me standing there in confusion. Why hadn't he dumped me? Was the timeline different? Or had my presence already changed things? I quickly threw on clothes and found Tyler in the kitchen of his apartment. He handed me a mug without a word. We drank in awkward silence until he finally spoke. "About last night." Here it comes, I thought. I know I'm not exactly boyfriend material. I've got a reputation. But I don't do things halfway. If you're regretting this, tell me now. My mouth fell open. This was completely different from the novel. The Tyler I read about was cold, dismissive. This Tyler looked almost vulnerable. "I don't regret it," I heard myself say. Even if I wasn't the original Ryan, I couldn't let this story play out the same way. Maybe I could change things. "Do you?" Something flickered in his eyes. "No, I don't." My phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Enjoying your new life? But remember, the story has already been written. You can't change fate." The author. My blood ran cold. Someone knew I had transmigrated. And they were watching. School on Monday felt surreal. Everyone stared at Tyler and me walking through the halls together. Whispers followed us like shadows. Is Ryan crazy? Doesn't he know Tyler's going to destroy him? I give them a week max. Poor guy has no idea what he's gotten into. Tyler's hand suddenly grabbed mine. I nearly jumped out of my skin. He smirked at my reaction, but didn't let go. The whispers got louder. I knew from the novel that Tyler had a reputation for fighting, skipping classes, and making teachers cry. But holding his hand now, feeling the warmth of his palm against mine, he just seemed like a normal high school senior. "You don't have to do this," I whispered. "Holding hands, I mean." If it's uncomfortable, I do what I want, Tyler said simply. Anyone got a problem with it? A few students quickly looked away. Tyler's presence commanded respect, or fear, maybe both. We reached my classroom first. Before I could pull away, Tyler leaned down and kissed my forehead quickly. My face burst into flames. See you at lunch, he said, walking away like he hadn't just short-circuited my brain. I stumbled into class and collapsed at my desk. My friend, well, Ryan's friend, Minho immediately pounced. Dude, what happened? You disappeared all weekend and now you're dating Tyler Chen? The Tyler Chen? It's complicated, I muttered. Complicated? He's dangerous. Everyone knows he's just playing around. You're going to get hurt. I wanted to tell Minho he was right, that in the original story, that's exactly what happened. But something had changed. Tyler hadn't dumped me. He seemed genuinely interested. My phone buzzed again. Another message from the author. Interesting choice, but the protagonist arrives tomorrow. Let's see if you can keep Tyler's attention then. Min-jun. The actual main character was transferring to our school tomorrow. The person Tyler was supposed to fall in love with. My stomach twisted. Even if I had changed the dumping scene, could I really compete with the protagonist? The story was written for Tyler and Min-jun to be together. I was just an obstacle. At lunch, Tyler met me outside my classroom as promised. We walked to the cafeteria, and I felt every eye on us. Tyler led me to his usual table, where his friends sat, a group of intimidating guys who looked like they ate freshmen for breakfast. Guys, this is Ryan, Tyler said casually. One of them, a tall guy with bleached hair named Jackson, grinned. So you're the one who tamed our Tyler. Impressive. Shut up, Jackson, Tyler said, but there was no heat in it. Lunch was surprisingly normal. Tyler's friends teased him, joked around, and included me in conversations. They weren't the villains the novel portrayed them as. They were just teenagers. But I couldn't shake the feeling of dread. Tomorrow, Min-jun would arrive. Tomorrow, the real story would begin. That night, lying in my own bed, I stared at the ceiling. My phone buzzed with a text from Tyler. You've been quiet all day. Something wrong? I typed and deleted several responses before settling on, just thinking. About? Tomorrow, I admitted. What's tomorrow? Right. He didn't know yet. New student transferring to our class. And that matters why? Because he's your soulmate, I wanted to say. Because the universe has decided he's the one for you, not me. Instead, I typed, it doesn't. Good night, Tyler. Night, Ryan. I closed my eyes, but sleep wouldn't come. I had transmigrated into a story where I didn't belong. Tomorrow, the protagonist would arrive, and I would have to watch the boy I was starting to care about fall for someone else. Unless I could rewrite this story myself. Min-jun arrived like a ray of sunshine cutting through clouds. Soft blonde hair, bright eyes, and a warm smile that made everyone in class immediately fall in love with him. Hello, everyone. I'm Lee Min-jun. I just transferred from Seoul. Please take care of me. The teacher assigned him the empty seat next to me. Perfect. Just perfect. Hi, you're Ryan, right? Min-jun's smile was genuine as he sat down. I hope we can be friends. I forced a smile back. It wasn't his fault, he was the protagonist. Sure, welcome to our school. Throughout the morning, I watched Min-jun charm everyone around him. He was kind, funny, and genuinely interested in people. I understood exactly why the author had chosen him as the main character. At lunch, Minho invited Min-jun to join us. I couldn't exactly say no. So, Min-jun, why did you transfer? Minho asked. Family reasons, Min-jun said vaguely. But I'm happy to be here. Everyone's so nice. That's when Tyler appeared. He stopped at our table, looking at me. Ready for lunch? I stood up, but Minjun's eyes had fixed on Tyler with an expression I recognized from the novel. Fascination, curiosity, the beginning of attraction. Who's that? Minjun asked Minho quietly. That's Tyler Chen, Ryan's boyfriend. Minho emphasized the last word. Minjun's eyes widened slightly. Oh. As Tyler and I walked away, I felt Minjun's gaze follow us. The story was beginning exactly as written. At lunch with Tyler's friends, I couldn't focus on the conversation. I kept thinking about Minjun's expression. In the novel, Tyler and Minjun's first meeting happened when Minjun accidentally bumped into Tyler in the hallway. And Tyler helped him pick up his books. It was the classic meet cute. But that hadn't happened. Tyler had been with me all morning. Maybe I could prevent their meeting altogether. Earth to Ryan. Tyler snapped his fingers in front of my face. You're doing it again. Doing what? Spacing out. You've been weird since yesterday. I sighed. Sorry. Just have a lot on my mind. Tyler's eyes narrowed. Does this have to do with that new kid? Minho told me he's in your class. Minho has a big mouth, I muttered. Is he bothering you? What? No, Minjun's nice. He's not bothering anyone. Tyler leaned back, studying me. Then what's the problem? How could I explain that my problem was fate itself? That the universe had decided Tyler and Minjun belonged together, and I was just a temporary plot device? Nothing, I said. I'm just adjusting to everything. Tyler didn't look convinced, but he dropped it. After school, I was grabbing books from my locker when I heard a commotion down the hall. A group of bullies had cornered Minjun. New kid needs to learn his place, one of them sneered. My heart sank. This was it. This was the scene from the novel. Tyler would come around the corner, see Minjun in trouble, and save him. Their first real interaction. I looked around desperately. Tyler was nowhere in sight. The bullies pushed Minjun, and his books scattered across the floor. I couldn't just stand there. Novel or no novel, Minjun didn't deserve this. Hey, I shouted, marching over. Leave him alone. The bullies turned to me. The leader, a guy named Derek, laughed. Oh, look, it's Tyler's little boyfriend. What are you going to do about it? My hands shook, but I stood my ground. Back off. Derek stepped closer, towering over me. Make me. He doesn't have to. Tyler's voice cut through the tension like a knife. He appeared next to me, his expression cold and dangerous. This was the Tyler from the novel, the one everyone feared. Derek, you've got 3 seconds to walk away, Tyler said quietly. Derek and his friends scattered like cockroaches. Tyler turned to Minjun, who was still on the floor, and for a moment I saw it. That spark of recognition between protagonist and love interest. But then Tyler's hand found mine. You okay? He asked me, not Minjun. I nodded, speechless. Tyler looked at Minjun. You're the new kid, right? These idiots bother you again, let me know. Then he walked away, pulling me with him, leaving Minjun staring after us with a confused expression. That was stupid, Tyler said once we were alone. Derek could have hurt you. I couldn't just watch. Tyler sighed but squeezed my hand. You're too kind for your own good. That night, another message appeared. Interesting. You've delayed the inevitable, but can you stop destiny? Minjun and Tyler are meant to be. You're just in the way. I threw my phone across the room. I didn't care what the author said. I wasn't going to just give up. The next few weeks were strange. Minjun kept trying to become friends with Tyler and me. He wasn't being manipulative. He genuinely seemed interested in friendship. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I was watching a story trying to correct itself. Ryan, Tyler, want to join me for the school festival planning? Minjun asked during lunch one day. We're good, Tyler said before I could answer. Minjun's smile dimmed slightly. Oh, okay. Maybe next time. After he left, Tyler looked at me. You've been acting weird around him. Did he do something? No, he's been nothing but nice. Then why do you tense up every time he's around? Because he's supposed to be your soulmate? I wanted to scream. Because I'm terrified you'll realize you're with the wrong person. I just, I don't want things to change, I admitted. Tyler's expression softened. Ryan, I'm not going anywhere. Stop worrying. But I couldn't stop, especially when my phone kept receiving messages. Chapter 7, The School Festival. Tyler and Minjun dance together. You can't stop it. The School Festival. In the novel, this was a major turning point. Tyler and Ryan, the original one, had a huge fight because Tyler agreed to dance with Minjun. It was the beginning of the end for their relationship. I had two choices: avoid the festival entirely or face it head on. Tyler, I said that evening over text, the school festival is coming up. Yeah, so? Do you want to go together? Obviously, you're my boyfriend. Something warm bloomed in my chest. Would you dance with me? There was a long pause. You want to dance? In front of everyone? Yes. Ryan, people already talk about us. Dancing together will make it worse. I don't care what they think. Another pause. Then, yes, I'll dance with you. I smiled at my phone. Take that, author. But the author wasn't done with me. The day of the festival, everything went wrong. The sound system broke. The decorations fell. And then Minjun approached Tyler. Tyler, I need a favor, Minjun said, looking genuinely distressed. My dance partner got sick. The performance is in an hour. Could you possibly fill in, just this once? I watched Tyler's face. He looked uncomfortable. I already promised Ryan. It's okay, I heard myself say. Both of them turned to me in surprise. It's just one dance, I don't mind. That was a lie. I minded very much. But I couldn't be the controlling boyfriend who kept Tyler from helping someone in need. That would only push him away. You sure? Tyler asked. I nodded, even though my heart was breaking. I watched them practice for the next hour. They moved together naturally, like the story had always intended. Minjun laughed at something Tyler said. Tyler actually smiled back. A real smile I hadn't seen him give anyone else. This was it. This was the moment I lost him. Hey, you okay? Minho appeared next to me. You look like you're about to cry. I'm fine, I lied. You don't have to pretend with me. I know you're scared of losing him. I looked at Minho in surprise. How? Because I'm your friend, and I've seen the way you look at Tyler. Like he's your whole world. Minho paused. But Ryan, have you seen the way Tyler looks at you? I hadn't, actually. He watches you when you're not paying attention. He smiles at his phone when you text. He threatened Derek so badly that Derek transferred schools. Tyler's completely gone for you. But Minjun is just a friend. Can't you see that? Before I could respond, the performance began. Tyler and Minjun took the stage. They danced beautifully and everyone cheered. I waited for the jealousy to consume me, for Tyler to realize he had chemistry with Minjun. But when the dance ended, Tyler's eyes immediately found mine in the crowd. He said something to Minjun and then walked straight to me. Sorry that took so long, Tyler said, slightly breathless. You were great, I managed. Yeah, well, I preferred dancing with you. He grabbed my hand. Come on, they're playing slow songs now. He pulled me onto the dance floor. My heart hammered as he placed one hand on my waist, the other holding mine. We swayed together. and I realized Minho was right. Tyler was looking at me like I was the only person in the world. You know, Tyler said quietly, when you said Minjun could take my place, I was annoyed. Did you want to get rid of me that badly? What? No, I just didn't want to be selfish. Ryan, you're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to want me to keep my promises to you. His hand tightened on my waist. Don't ever give me away like that again. Something inside me cracked open. I won't, I whispered. I promise. As we danced, I caught Minjun watching us from the sidelines, but he wasn't looking sad or jealous. He was smiling, genuinely happy. Later, Minjun approached me alone. Ryan, can I talk to you? My stomach dropped. Sure. I know this might sound weird, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. Minjun looked embarrassed. I'm not interested in Tyler romantically. I'm actually dating someone back in Seoul. Long distance. I blinked. But the way you looked at him, was admiration, not attraction. Tyler's intimidating, but kind. I wanted to be friends with both of you, but I felt like you were avoiding me. Did I do something wrong? The story was wrong. Minjun wasn't in love with Tyler. The novel had lied, or I had misremembered. No, I said slowly. I think I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Minjun grinned. So we can be friends now? Real friends? I found myself smiling back. Yeah, real friends. That night, my phone buzzed with a final message from the author. Congratulations, you've broken the script. What happens next is up to you. And then the messages stopped. Things were perfect for exactly 2 weeks. Tyler and I went on actual dates. We held hands without caring who saw. We kissed under the stars after Tyler walked me home. For the first time since transmigrating, I felt like I belonged in this world. Then Tyler's ex-girlfriend showed up. Her name was Jessica Kim, and she was everything I wasn't. Confident, popular, beautiful. She transferred back to our school on a Tuesday morning and immediately made her presence known. Tyler. She ran up to him in the hallway, completely ignoring me. I'm back. I know we ended badly, but I've changed. I want another chance. Tyler's expression turned cold. I'm dating someone, Jessica. She finally looked at me, her eyes dismissive. You're dating a guy now? Is this some kind of phase? No phase. This is Ryan, my boyfriend. Now leave us alone. Jessica's smile didn't waver. We'll see about that. Over the next few days, Jessica launched a campaign to win Tyler back. She showed up at his apartment with his favorite food. She joined his friend group at lunch. She even tried to kiss him in the hallway, though Tyler pushed her away immediately. I'm sorry, Tyler said to me after that incident. I don't know what her problem is. It's not your fault, I said, but doubt crept into my heart. Jessica cornered me in the bathroom one day. You know you're just a rebound, right? Tyler and I dated for 2 years. You've been together, what, a month? Tyler chose me, I said, but my voice shook. For now. But once he realizes this gay thing isn't working, he'll come back to me. We have history. What do you have? After she left, I stared at myself in the mirror. She was right about one thing. Tyler and I barely knew each other. Our relationship had started because I transmigrated into Ryan's body. The original Ryan and Tyler didn't have a deep connection. What if Tyler realized he made a mistake? That night, I told Tyler I needed space to think. He looked hurt, but agreed to give me time. Minho found me at lunch the next day, sitting alone. Okay, Spill. Why aren't you with Tyler? Jessica said some things. She's right. Tyler and I don't really know each other. Are you kidding? Tyler literally reorganized his entire life for you. He started coming to class on time because you asked. He stopped getting into fights because you worried. He smiles now, Ryan. Actually smiles. But what if, no what ifs. You love him, don't you? The question hit me like a truck. Did I love Tyler? When had my desire to change the story become real feelings? I do, I whispered. I really do. Then stop letting Jessica get in your head. Fight for him. I found Tyler after school behind the gym, his usual hiding spot. He was surprised to see me. Ryan, I thought you wanted space. I did, but I realized something. I took a deep breath. I love you, Tyler. I don't care about history or how long we've been together. I love you, and I'm not giving up without a fight. Tyler's eyes widened. Then he smiled, that rare, beautiful smile I'd come to treasure. Took you long enough to say it. You knew? Ryan, I've been in love with you since you agreed to be my boyfriend. Why do you think I never dumped you like everyone expected? My heart soared. You love me? So much it scares me sometimes. He pulled me close. Jessica doesn't matter. No one does, just you. We kissed, and it felt like coming home. Later, Tyler confronted Jessica directly. I don't care what you think about my relationship. Ryan is the best thing that ever happened to me, and if you can't accept that, stay away from both of us. Jessica finally got the message and left us alone. But that night, I received a strange email. It was from someone named Alex, claiming to be the original Ryan Park's friend from middle school. I know you're not really Ryan. We need to talk. Meet me at the cafe downtown tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's urgent. My blood ran cold. Someone else knew I wasn't the real Ryan. The cafe was quiet when I arrived. A guy around my age sat in the corner booth, watching the door. He had silver-dyed hair and multiple piercings. When our eyes met, he waved me over. You must be Ryan? Alex said with a knowing look. Who are you? I sat down carefully. I'm Alex Park, Ryan's cousin. The real Ryan's cousin. My stomach dropped. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play dumb. I know you're not Ryan. My cousin was never this confident. He never stood up to bullies, and he definitely never had Tyler Chen wrapped around his finger like this. I couldn't breathe. Are you going to expose me? Expose you as what? A guy who woke up in my cousin's body? Alex laughed bitterly. Who would believe me? No, I want answers. Where is the real Ryan? I don't know, I admitted. So I went to sleep reading a novel and woke up as Ryan. I don't know what happened to his consciousness or soul or whatever. Alex was quiet for a long moment. The novel. Love in the Danger Zone, right? How did you know? Because Ryan was obsessed with it. He read it every night. He was especially obsessed with Tyler's character. Alex pulled out his phone and showed me texts. Look at these messages from Ryan. He kept saying he wished he could change the story. Save Ryan Park from getting his heart broken. I read the messages, my hands shaking. The real Ryan had wanted exactly what I wanted, to rewrite the story. So what happened? I asked. Where did he go? I think, Alex said slowly, that you and Ryan somehow switched places. He wanted to be in the novel. You were reading the novel. Maybe somehow you both got what you wanted. That's crazy. So is waking up in someone else's body. He had a point. Does this mean Ryan is living my life? I wondered aloud. Maybe. Or maybe he's just gone, existing as the character in the book world. Alex leaned forward. But here's what concerns me. If you change the story, what happens to this world? What happens to Tyler? What do you mean? This world is based on a novel. A finished novel with a set ending. By changing Tyler's fate, by not letting him end up with Minjun, you might be destabilizing everything. My chest tightened. No, that's not possible. The author stopped sending me messages. They said I broke the script and I could write my own story. Or maybe that was just the story making you think you had control. Alex's expression was serious. I've been researching this since Ryan disappeared. There are theories about story worlds collapsing when major plot points get changed. You're trying to scare me. I'm trying to warn you. If this world starts falling apart, you need to be ready. I left the cafe feeling sick. What if Alex was right? What if by saving my relationship with Tyler, I had doomed this entire world? That night, strange things started happening. I saw glitches, moments where people would freeze mid-sentence, or where the sky would flicker like a broken screen. No one else seemed to notice. Then Tyler called. Ryan, something weird is happening. I keep having these dreams about a different life, where I'm dating someone named Min Jun instead of you. But I've never felt that way about Min Jun. Why would I dream that? The story was trying to reassert itself. Tyler, I said carefully, if you had to choose between the life you're supposed to have and the life you want, what would you pick? What kind of question is that? I already have the life I want. I have you. But what if having me means losing everything else? Ryan, you're scaring me. What's going on? I couldn't tell him. Not yet. Nothing, I'm just tired. I'll see you tomorrow. But I knew tomorrow might not come. Not if the story world was collapsing. I texted Alex. The glitches are getting worse. What do I do? His response was immediate. Meet me at the old library. Midnight. I think I found something. The old library was abandoned, scheduled for demolition next month. Alex was waiting inside with a laptop and dozens of printed pages scattered around him. What is all this? I asked. Research. I've been digging into the author of Love in the Danger Zone. Did you know they disappeared right after publishing the final chapter? No one's heard from them since. What does that have to do with anything? Everything. I think the author didn't just write this world. They were trapped in it too. And when they finished the story, they tried to escape. Alex pulled up a web page. Look at this. The author's last blog post before disappearing. I read the post. Stories are living things. They want to be told a certain way. I tried to change the ending to give my characters happiness, but the story fought back. If you're reading this, I'm sorry. I should never have tried to play God. My hands went numb. So what? The story's alive? It's punishing me for changing things? Not punishing, correcting. The story wants Tyler and Minjun together because that's how it was written. You're a glitch it's trying to erase. How do I stop it? You can't. Not alone. Alex closed his laptop. But there might be another way. What if instead of fighting the story, you finished it properly? What do you mean? The novel was never completed. The author disappeared before writing the epilogue. Maybe that's why this world is unstable. It was never given a proper ending. If you write that ending, maybe you can stabilize everything. I'm not a writer. I don't know how to. You've been writing this whole time. Every choice you made, every time you changed a scene, you were writing. You just need to finish it. A loud crack echoed through the library. The floor began to split. The glitches were getting worse. We're running out of time, Alex said. You need to make a choice. Write the ending the story wants. Tyler with Minjun, you erased from existence. Or write a new ending where you and Tyler stay together, but risk destroying this entire world. That's not a choice. Either way, I lose. No, there's a third option. Alex grabbed my shoulders. What if the real Ryan is still in here somewhere? What if by finishing the story, you could bring him back and send yourself home? Home. My real life. My real body. I had almost forgotten what that felt like. But Tyler, I whispered, if I go back, I'll never see him again. I know. But he would be with the real Ryan. The Ryan who loved this world from the beginning. Isn't that what's best for him? I thought about Tyler's smile, his laugh, the way he held my hand like I was precious. Could I really give that up? My phone buzzed. A text from Tyler. Where are you? You said you'd be home an hour ago. I'm worried. Another crack. The walls started bleeding light, the world literally tearing apart. Decide now, Alex shouted. I looked at the text. Tyler deserved the truth. About me, about Ryan, about everything. I ran from the library, ignoring Alex's protests. The world glitched around me. Buildings flickering, people freezing mid-motion. I had maybe minutes before everything collapsed. I found Tyler at my apartment, pacing outside. When he saw me, relief flooded his face. Thank God. What's happening? The world is... Tyler, I need to tell you something, and you're not going to believe me, but I need you to listen. I told him everything. The novel, the transmigration, the real Ryan, the collapsing world. Tyler listened without interrupting, his expression unreadable. When I finished, silence stretched between us. So you're not really Ryan Park, Tyler said finally. No, I'm sorry. I should have told you from the beginning. And the world is ending because we fell in love? Because I changed the story? Yes. Tyler laughed, but it was bitter. Of course. The universe itself doesn't want us together. Tyler, what's the solution? How do we fix this? I have to write an ending. Either I go back to my world and let the real Ryan live this life with you, or I stay and risk destroying everything. There has to be another way. There isn't. Tyler grabbed my face, forcing me to look at him. Then we'll destroy the world. I don't care. I choose you. I will always choose you. My heart broke. Tyler, you can't... Watch me. But even as he said it, another massive glitch hit. The sky fractured like glass. Reality was literally shattering around us. I knew what I had to do. Tyler, I love you. I need you to know that. His grip tightened. Don't say it like you're saying goodbye. I have to write the ending. And I think I know what to write. I pulled away and ran. Tyler chased me, but the world glitched again, freezing him in place. I didn't look back. I couldn't. I found Alex still at the library. I need to write the ending, now. He handed me a notebook and pen. Make it good. Make it count. I sat down and began to write. Tyler Chen was never meant to fall in love with Ryan Park. The story had other plans, but stories, like people, can change. And sometimes the best endings are the ones we write ourselves. Ryan Park, the real Ryan, loved Tyler from afar, trapped in a body that wasn't his, reading a story where he couldn't exist. And Kim Jae, the boy from another world, found himself living a life he never asked for, falling in love with someone he was supposed to lose. But what if both of them could be happy? What if the story didn't have to choose? As I wrote, the world began to stabilize. The cracks sealed, the glitches stopped. In the end, Kim Jae made a choice. He would return to his world, his life, his body. But before he left, he wrote one final chapter. He gave Ryan Park courage to be himself, to stand up to bullies, to chase love without fear. And he left Tyler with memories of a love that transcended worlds. When Ryan Park woke up in his own body, he remembered everything. The month he spent as someone else, watching his life from outside. He remembered Kim Jae's bravery and decided to be brave too. He found Tyler and confessed everything, how he had loved him from the start, how he had been too afraid to act. And Tyler, who had strange memories of a different Ryan, someone confident and loving, saw the real Ryan clearly for the first time. "You're different," Tyler said, "but I like it. I like you." And this time, when they fell in love, it was real. No transmigration, no switched souls. Just two boys finding each other in a world that finally made sense. I finished writing and closed the notebook. The world solidified completely. Everything was stable again. "Is it done?" Alex asked. "Yeah, it's done." "And what about you?" I felt it then, a pulling sensation, like being called home. My vision blurred. "I think I'm going back," I whispered. "Did you give yourself a happy ending?" I smiled through tears. Modest, I gave everyone a happy ending. The last thing I saw was Tyler running into the library, his eyes finding mine. He looked different now, seeing the real Ryan, not me. But he was smiling, and I knew everything would be okay. "Thank you," Tyler said, though I wasn't sure if he was talking to me or Ryan. "Take care of him," I whispered. "Take care of each other." Then the world went white. I woke up in my own bed, in my own body. My phone showed the date, the same night I'd fallen asleep reading the novel, like no time had passed at all. I opened my laptop and searched for Love in the Danger Zone. The novel now had a completed epilogue, posted just minutes ago by an anonymous author. I read it through tears. It described Tyler and Ryan's relationship, how they overcame obstacles, how they learned to love each other properly. It was beautiful. It was perfect. And at the very end, a single line: "Some stories are meant to be rewritten." Thank you, Kim J, for believing in happy endings. I closed my laptop and looked out the window at my ordinary life. A life without Tyler, without transmigration, without magic. But I had given Tyler his happiness. I had given Ryan his courage. And I had proven that even stories written in stone could be changed. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Hey, I know this sounds crazy, but I had this weird dream about you. We've never met, but I feel like I know you. Want to grab coffee sometime? Tyler." I stared at the message. It was impossible. Tyler didn't exist in my world. He was a character in a novel. Unless the story had one more twist, one more gift. I typed back, "I love to." Maybe happy endings weren't just for novels after all. Maybe sometimes, if you're brave enough to fight for them, they could find their way into the real world too. And as I prepared to meet Tyler, my Tyler from my world, I realized that this was the true perfect ending. Not the one where I sacrificed everything, but the one where love found a way, no matter what world we were in. The story was complete, and for once, everyone got to be happy.